папочка Zoom, и если не сконвертируется после урока, то нужно будет зайти в эту папочку Zoom и нажать конвертацию.
Okay.
Но оно автоматически конвертируется.
So now I can see that the meeting is being recorded. So let's get started. And firstly, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Natalie, and I'm an English and Spanish teacher. So yes, I teach 2 languages.
Spanish.
Yes. So
I would
and
love to. I didn't know about Spanish. I'm in Spain now. I would like to take some lessons.
Maybe you can even teach me some slang words, which you can hear on the street.
No, I'm stupid. I even don't know how to say hello properly.
So I'm a self-employed teacher, tutor, I would say, because I have never worked in any public schools. I worked only in online language schools. I had a huge experience in this field, and I teach mostly adults and school leavers. I mean, Russian national exam, and I'd love to take the IELTS. It's my not lifetime ambition, but let's say teaching lifetime ambition, because I've taken the CAE and I survived and I passed it, and I was so happy that I could do it. I'd love to do it again, to take the exam. And as for levels, I teach, as for English, I teach from elementary to advanced. I have had several advanced students in my practice, but as for Spanish, I have teach only from elementary to probably B1, B2 level. I've never seen a student who needs to study Spanish at advanced level because they already live in Spain or in Mexico or whatever they need to live. So, and as for my education, just short, I have never taken the CELTA courses, but I've taken course by Vysokova, Catherine Vysokova. Maybe you've heard it, she's on Facebook. And my first degree is economics, but I have never worked as a financial analyst or accountant a day in my life. And my second degree is linguistics. And I was really, really lucky to get a degree online. It was the first and unfortunately last experience in the history of linguistics, because nobody teaches linguistics online. And people who decided to create this faculty, they are from Moscow. They just, I don't know, they just decided to do it, and then they were closed down because the government decided to close it. But I got my diploma, and I saw it. I saw how the education is, structured. And we had classes from the teachers all around the world, from Peru, Japan, America. And I hope that in the future we will have something like this, because our class was international, from different countries, learners from different countries and teachers from different countries. And it was like academic tertiary degree. So enough for me. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
Thank you.
Ask me the questions.
Do you have students from other countries too?
No, from Kazakhstan, Belarus, but I don't consider it like other countries.
What online schools have you worked for?
Tutor online. This school was created in Belarus, in Minsk, and I worked there more than about 2 years. It was very interesting. I tried to work in Skyeng, but I didn't like it at all, and I just left it. So, any other questions?
How do you know you?
Who is going? Yulia. Okay, Yulia, and then Marina.
Okay. How do you manage to find time to teach both languages?
Maybe 2 years ago, I literally wrote all the classes for Spanish, because I don't follow any books. I take 5-6 sources and I compile everything. So I just wrote maybe 50 classes for one level, 50 classes for second, for intermediate, and then for intermediate. And now
do you mean lesson plans?
Yes, like lesson plans. Yes, but I try to read some articles, watch some videos. But of course, Spanish, it's not my priority number one.
And now you don't work for any school, you're just self-employed.
Yes, yes, so.
And what about this linguistics degree? What university?
It was unique. It was unique. It was started as unique, and I had wait a second, Synergia University diploma. So, but
Okay.
again, I decided to finish because a lot of students, up to 80%, decided to leave, give up. They paid money, but they decided not to continue. And our group, all the 8 girls, they finished and graduated. So
Good, nice, very
yes.
interesting.
Survivors, online survivors. And I defended my thesis via online as well, Skype. And it was an amazing, because all the professors were in Moscow. There was a very, very long table, lots of professors, probably 15 people. And we were waiting for our cue to, to introduce. And we did it. It took me 5 minutes.
Fantastic.
Any other questions? If yes, no? I guess no.
No, let's start, yeah.
Yes, let's start. And Yulia is a newcomer. Can you please introduce yourself to all of us?
Yes, of course. So as I wrote in our Facebook group, I'm a teacher of English, and I also self-employed. And I've been self-employed for the last 6 years, it seems to me. I teach mostly teenagers. I prepare for state exams and some secondary students. Well, as for myself, I'm a mother of 2 kids. I'm married. Well, that's it. And I'm here because I want to improve my English, as I see that it lacks practice at high levels, because mostly I work with, I don't know, intermediate and a little bit of upper intermediate students. And I've never had the experience of working with advanced students. That's it.
Thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions to Yulia? No?
About us. Hello, guys.
Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Why Monday? Why not Sunday or other days?
Well, to tell the truth, I tried to join the group since September, but I didn't have. I couldn't find the right place on the schedule, and so this time when I saw, and to tell the truth, it was a little bit difficult because I managed to pay just since the 5th time. It was very difficult.
That's very nice. So it means you're working for yourself, right? You don't work for the school?
Yeah, no.
That's nice. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the...
Thanks. Yeah. Happy to be here.
Thank you.
So, any other questions to Yulia? No, because we have a second newcomer. This is Eleonora. Eleonora, can you hear us? Because your microphone is muted. And now we have 2 Eleonora, right?
Okay. Wow, that's so unusual.
Yes,
it's not a very common name, isn't it?
Yes, 2 uncommon names and 2 Lilias
yes,
and 2 Eleonoras. Natalie, we need one more Natalie.
So, Eleonora, can you hear us? She just wrote hello in the chat and okay,
hello or hope.
Can you hear me? No, we cannot hear you. Wait a second, let me check, because maybe I can unmute you by myself.
Yeah, you can.
And now,
sorry. And now, Eleonora,
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Good.
you.
Sorry, my webcam still doesn't work, but I can see you very clearly. I'm so happy to be with you ladies today on Monday. Thanks God we are having Monday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was a break, like 2 months or 3 months when I had no connection with English except my classes. So I'm so happy again to speak English. I hope my English is still advanced.
Can you introduce yourself to us?
Yes, sure thing. I'm a teacher of English. I'm from Moscow. I've been teaching English more than 10 years. English is a passion of my life, and still I have areas for development. I hope that he'll be nice to me and help me to to cover my gaps, okay?
Okay,
Will be
Eleonora.
nice. We are nice at any. Will be nice. We are nice.
Nice.
And we were nice.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes Russian teachers are very strict. And they pay
No,
special attention to
we are
small
not strict
details.
at all. We are not strict at all.
Yes, let's support each other. Let's cover our gaps, okay?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what we do here, yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So we have a very supportive atmosphere, I would say.
Excuse me.
Absolutely.
And I see Marina Shellist. Excuse me.
Yeah.
The Marina Shellist from...
Person, yeah.
Nice.
Eleonora Kuzminskaya. Are you
Right.
Eleonora Kuzminskaya?
Yes, that's me.
Okay, I remember you. I remember you. I'm happy to hear you.
I'm
Yeah.
really happy to be in the same group with you because, you know, ladies, I'm a real fan of Pearson and my grammar lab.
Yeah.
Eleonora, do you remember me? We used to study the same.
Yes, Alona, I'm really happy to see you because I remember you, the very first class, my first online class, it's this advanced level group, and you were so nice and kind to me. And Katya Shadrova, the star of yesterday event. Ladies, who of you was yesterday at the ELT event in Moscow?
That's not true.
Ekaterina, could you
That's
share
not
your
true.
presentation?
Excuse me, what's
Yeah, I
not
can,
true?
yeah,
What's
yeah.
not true? Katya's presentation was the most practical,
Yeah.
the most useful. It's not my
No,
opinion.
there were lots of
Yes,
No,
round of applause, really, ladies. Katya, don't be too shy. I know that you're a very humble person, but trust me, yesterday it was just like a rock concert. You see, Hugh Deller on the stage, Andrzej Boguta from Pearson on the stage, and Katya
the
Shadrova.
presenters, most of them, they were, really, really good.
Yes, they were good. You're right, but you were very practical. And Katya spoke about.
I was the only person talking about YIGA prep. Probably
Yes.
that's an issue for most Russian teachers.
Ekaterina, so sorry for interruption. I was present at Ekaterina's online presentation for Trendy English about YIGA speaking. Ekaterina, I was really impressed, and I used your presentation. Yeah, it is very helpful, and I will be absolutely happy if you can share me.
I can. Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Thank you very
I
much.
think it does not make much sense, but yeah, in a way it
Excuse
can.
me, excuse my interrupting you. It has a lot of sense. It was well structured. It was absolutely wonderfully organized.
Stop it. No,
Why
it's okay.
stop it? I just like to give a structured feedback. I have to practice giving feedback. Let me practice. Because, you know, ladies, everybody else from other speakers, not of course the gurus, but other speakers, they talked very fast. Sometimes mic was not okay, and it was even difficult to understand what the lady, very experienced from some very respected organization, was talking about, right? But Katya's presentations, it's really very important for public speaking when the audience can hear you and can make some notes and has time to make photos of the screen. You know, it's important to have photos of the screen. So Katya, you really are too humble, and your experience as an expert in YIGA can be used by all young.
Yeah,
and
feel free to ask questions. Yeah, no problem with that. If you're in doubt, feel free to
talk. Katya agreed to share her presentation. Can we repeat it one day online?
Shall we?
Why not?
Okay. Do somebody of you teach for YIGA?
Yes, I do.
So, and Eleonora Krushkova. Oh, great! I'm in the same group with Eleonora. Fantastic. Lucky I am today. Well, so, and Eleonora, you were yesterday, right?
No, I wasn't present yesterday. I was on the first day of LT conference.
Eleonora is a star as well. She's an Instagram star, and you can't imagine how many people were coming to Eleonora asking, "Can we take a photo with you?" Like there were not so many people asking for Hugh Della's photo, and that was a kind
that's
of surprise
not true.
to me. Yeah, that's true. It's like in the middle of the conversation, they interrupt. Can I have a photo with Eleonora? Yeah, I'm your subscriber. Can I have a talk with you? Wow.
Right. I thought that, but I had no chance to make a photo with Eleonora, unfortunately. But ladies, you missed the chance of your life. If you were between two Eleonoras, your dreams definitely would come true, I'm sure. But anyway, have you read the post by Eleonora Krushkova today on Facebook? It's a best conspect, short notes about the 8 hours event. I do recommend them. By the way, I have shared them.
Thank you.
Yes, that's why I was late. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you. So any other?
Okay, let's start.
Mm-hmm. So, and I suggest us, as I mentioned on the Facebook Messenger, we can have a special class maybe during Christmas time when we can discuss what Ekaterina shared or on her personal page, because it's quite interesting, and we can revise all the things we have been studying. Okay, if you don't mind. So
that's a great idea, but what should we wait till Christmas? Because somebody who are preparing to the exam, it's really important to start preparing writing essay right now. I mean, not today, but might be other day when Katya has time. Because, you know, EGA, it's practical stuff.
I'm talking about different stuff. Ekaterina was present at some another, yes? Who was it? Ekaterina, can you help me out? With different Brexisms and
yeah. So in order to show some of the bits, so we need the presentation. So I should either email Hudella to get the presentation, because you know, I haven't taken all of the photos of all of the slides, and and actually the organizers promised us, so if they won't send us the presentation in a couple of days, just I'll contact Hudella himself. And yeah, it's fine. It's not a problem. I can share the presentation and we can discuss. Yeah, what
you know,
it will be great.
Yeah, about some British culture. That's for me. It will be as well. And Eleonora was there as well.
No, I wasn't on the British.
No, that was the other one.
The other one, yes.
Okay.
It was on the second.
Ladies, you can call me Nora. Please call me Nora. It will be faster, okay? And there will be no confusion. I'm not Instagram star yet, but anyway, to avoid misunderstanding, of course, Hugh Deller's day lexical lab, that was great. A lot of insights, and we can somehow have some kind of colloquial online to share our knowledge about his vision of current situation in Great Britain. A lot of new words comes from Brexit. It's the only positive linguistic effect from Brexit. Well, looks like about the royal family, about his attitude to the royal family. But my question, personal request, if I may so, Ekaterina Shadrova to organize online 20 minutes event and sharing her experience as EGA expertise.
Yeah, we can do both, don't worry.
Thank you. You are very kind today. Thank you so much. Okay.
Yeah, maybe during your holidays, that's much easier.
Yeah, that's much easier.
Sunday
and people who want can join. And
Sunday is perfect day. Oh, the very last question, Katya Shadrova, aren't you going to participate in the event in November with Chris Rowland with your another presentation about preparing to EGA?
No, I think that was only. No. I think it's only his training day, and I'm not going to join. No.
It's a pity because he's going to speak about how to teach teens, and preparing to the EGA is about speaking Okay, we can discuss it separately. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Let's get down to business, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to share my screen for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to do it for the very first time in my life in Zoom. So I guess I just need to click.
It's just the bottom line. Choose an icon and press share screen.
Share. Oh, and I can even choose a window. So let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
It is coming. It is coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Wow.
Great.
Wow.
It's your bathroom.
We're going to find out in a minute.
Ah.
So, yes, so you
Wow.
can see a picture.
Looks nice.
Yeah, but it is not, I can say, I can prevent all the questions. It's not my bathroom, but anyway, what can you see here? What is it called, this space? What is it called?
It's a shower.
Shower space.
Shower stall.
Any
Yeah.
other ideas?
Shower
stall
cabin.
better?
Cabin.
Shower cabin.
Okay, any other? Give me
Cube.
more. A cube.
Just
Or a
What is
cube.
it called?
Cubicle.
A shower cube. A
Not so
shower
fast,
stool.
please. Not so fast.
Just shower doesn't sound fine because it's like only this thing.
No,
which we
it's not a
use-
shower. Shower is a device.
Yes. So, any other ideas?
Shower cubicle, somebody's mentioned.
Oh, not cubicle, not cube. Sorry, yes, cubicle. And if I
Cubicle,
misspell
yeah.
some words, please tell me because I type faster than I think. And this
Shower stall.
last month I went to Dubai and I was looking for an apartment to rent, not to stay in a hotel, but in a flat.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking, my request was to find a shower like this. I thought it this way. And when I was asking flat owners, is there a shower? And they told me, yes, there is also a bathtub. It is called the bathtub. I didn't know as well. Now I know it. Yes. And then I finally realized it is called a walk-in shower.
Right, walk-in shower.
A walk-in shower.
Right.
Shower. What else can be walk-in in an apartment, in a housing?
Walk-in. Depends on the house.
Think about bedroom. What else can it be?
Walk-in bedroom?
No.
Wardrobe.
Yes.
Wardrobe.
A walk-in wardrobe. A walk-in wardrobe, right. And is it typical for Russian households to have a walk-in shower?
I think no.
No, not really.
But there are in some good fitness centers or spa centers. I know a couple of them. Be my guest. I'd like to invite you when you are in Moscow.
And yeah, we can see here that there is a bathtub, both two like special things, a bathtub and a walk-in shower. And also, what is a little bit atypical for Russian households in this picture? Because it's the opposite picture of the bathroom.
To have this shower, which I don't know, like hygiene shower.
Yeah.
Bidet, you mean bidet?
It is not, no. It's a toilet, by the way. This thing, it's a toilet. It's not a bidet.
Douche?
Bidet. Douche? It is called douche?
I heard it somewhere. Like,
oh, it's a French word. Yeah, it's a French word. That's why.
It's a word, and also that means because it's a French word meaning
how
exactly.
do you spell it?
D-O-U-C-H, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Like this, yeah, without E probably. So yes, and it's also a bit atypical. And I guess it's typical for European households, but mostly modern. Okay, this is like quick warm-up. And how can I, wait a second. If I stop sharing, can you see my screen now?
No.
So now I want to give.
No, it's with an E because it's in French.
Can I just ask a question?
Yes, please.
I've just checked the word douche.
Yes.
Longman Dictionary said that it's a mixture of water and something such as vinegar that a woman puts into her vagina to wash it.
Oh my
God. The object that she uses to do this.
Спринцевание.
Yeah, so
probably it's not adequate translation, but I couldn't find the right translation. And I realized that sometimes dictionaries and forums, they are of no help to us. So only speaking with native speakers or people. Okay, the next task, it's like a solo task. I will give you some time. It to be more exact, 90 seconds, and then you will hear my bell ringing. You need to make a list of any accommodations at all. And my advice, I just want to share two examples. Think about different regions of a country, different countries, climates, peoples, students, refugees, and I'm sending you two examples in the chat. So, for instance, Maria, can you please read the first one?
For example, a temporary dwelling for political refugees.
Yeah, what
I
is
don't
it?
know, a camp, a refugee camp.
Okay, who else? Because everybody can participate. You're welcome. Refugee camp. What else?
Embassy?
No, not embassy. It's probably
Rights.
yes, it can be used, but no.
But political.
Political, yes, and
Why
embassy.
Rights.
It starts with A. What, Lilia? What did you say?
Not with A. Rights. I thought that rights to vote, for example.
And firstly, I discovered this word as a house for mentally challenged people.
Asylum or
An asylum.
Yes,
An
asylum.
Asylum.
Yes, asylum. Good. I've heard it. I've read it. I've encountered many times recently. I don't know why. And now I'm just sharing with you an asylum. So, and the second example, Lilia Ribashapka, can you please read it in the chat?
A secular tent of skin on a collapsible framework used by
nomads.
In Mongolia, Siberia, and Turkey.
What is it?
Yurta.
Wigwam.
Good.
Yeah, yurta is impossible to translate.
Yes, of course. This is yurt.
Wigwam.
Yes. And actually, you're right. This is. I always forget the pronunciation. So let me see. Yeah, yurt or yurt or yurt. Yurt. So as you can see, there are different accommodations, not only apartments and houses. So you're welcome.
So I'm stupid. I don't understand where I can see it. I see
it is in the chat, Marina. It is in the chat.
In the chat, but I see only what you've written. But others.
Yeah, but this is our task. Now we have some time to make a list of words.
I'm explaining because don't think only about a house or a flat. Think bigger.
Okay.
A bigger picture. 90 seconds for you.
A boat stay probably.
Have you ever heard about houseboat? There is a company in Russia who is the only company in the world who produced houseboat. It's like 80% house, 20% boat. It's not yacht.
If you find the link, we can I don't know, investigate this company and just read about it. Now
I've just heard on consulting yesterday.
Okay.
Or today, actually.
So
you don't have that much rivers and warm weather for that kind of house.
The global things globally. We have plenty of rivers in Russia. There are plenty of oceans, at least 4 on the globe.
If you don't mind, I want to time you now. 90 seconds. Please start. Don't Google. Just
caravan, probably.
Yeah, Marina, but just write it in your copybook. Don't write in the chat. Only in your copybook.
You mean all type of accommodation,
yes,
right?
Yes, all types of accommodations which you can come up with.
Dormitory.
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
It's sorry.
In a copy. It's private notes.
Natalie, you can mute everyone if you like. You have a button, you can just mute everybody. So.
Okay, well, let me try it. I just want to try it in the sake of practice. The time is up. Wait a second. I just want to switch everybody. I'm activating all the functions. So now I'd like to divide you into breakout rooms. And your task, before I do it, your task will be the following. You need to describe an accommodation, and the other person, your partner, will have to guess it. And try not to use obvious words, okay? Try to make it a little bit trickier. And together, it's like for both of you, you need to make a list. If you don't have this word, add it up to your list. Because your task, your big goal is to come up with a bigger list of accommodations. We will have to use it afterwards, okay? So now I'd like to divide you. And you know what, I will divide you into three, let's say, halls, rooms. And I'm doing it for the first time. I need to go подробнее сессионные залы вручную. И дальше что? Подскажите, пожалуйста.
You just choose people and combine them.
No, first time you can do it automatically, just 3 people, and that's it.
Окей, сейчас, момент. Пока. Сессионный зал, окей. Just 1 second. Next time I will do it faster.
Yulia, sorry. Can you tell can you tell me your surname, please? Again.
Yeah, Журавлева.
Okay, thank you. I need to tick. Sorry.
Okay.
I've opened the rooms, and before we continue, Ekaterina, can you please tell us what we are going to do, all of us?
Yeah, we 3 of us go to our break room. One of us describes the word from the list. If other participants don't have it, they add it to their lists. And the explanation shouldn't be too obvious.
And one of you, yes, one of you can write them in a computer and then just send it via chat. So I'm sending you to the halls. And please go there. You're welcome.
It's like kind of a structure which is typical for tropical countries or for like luxurious hotels.
Shed.
No.
A hut.
No, that's not. No. It's not like for really poor people. It's like if you're really rich and you go to the Maldives and you can rent this kind of
lodge
house. No.
Like it's an open. Yeah. I don't know how to say
that. If it's like if there are a lot of them, like they can be on like one area on an island.
Yeah, I already see the picture, but don't know the word.
The picture, okay.
No, I see the picture.
You just imagined it. Alena.
Yeah,
No,
I don't know how to call in English though.
It's a bungalow.
Yeah, definitely.
But pronunciation is bungalow. Yeah. Okay. So your turn.
Okay. Shall I?
Yes, and it might be Andrew Walkley described me. He has some kind of semi-attached house. It's in London. You can farm. He has a garden around it, but it's some kind of our dacha. So he didn't find exact word to describe this kind of accommodation.
Dacha is for the summer, I guess.
No, he said that he visited it all year round. So there is another option for cottage, right?
Yeah,
that's exactly. That might be a cottage for England, in England.
Okay,
Right.
Leah, can we have your word?
Yeah, okay. That's a house with children. I'm not sure that it can count as an accommodation, but it's a house that children like a lot and they ask their parents to build it. It's built outside on a tree.
Oh, yeah, I know, on the trees. It's some kind of shalash.
No, just a tree house.
Tree house, yes. It is called tree
I'm
house.
not sure that it's
Yeah,
an
You have to have
accommodation.
accommodation.
somewhere there were stories about unusual houses, and a tree house was there as well.
Though, yeah, there was a program on TV, Discovery, I guess, where not children but adults, they
Eleonora, are you here? I cannot hear you properly. What's wrong? Very, very poorly.
What about now?
Oh, that's perfect. It disappeared again.
Okay, so sorry, I've checked. You can call it coughing hotel, or capsule hotel. If we are talking about a capsule hotel.
Yeah, coffin, I think it's a little bit.
But I found this coffin.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I would not like.
I wouldn't. And
So, is everybody here? There are 10 of us. Yes? Okay.
Lilia, it's a cell.
It's a
cell?
Mm-hmm.
Cell,
So
yes,
it-
but why not monastery?
So it might be cell in a monastery and cell in a prison, but don't ask for accommodation in a prison.
What I heard, it was amazing. A shed. I'd like to share my let's say, discoveries. A coffin hotel.
yeah, coffin
Decided-
hotel. Yeah.
Yes, a coffin hotel.
Do they
Or-
call it like that? Really?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
How is it in Russian? I forgot. Kapsulny.
Капсульное hostel. Да.
Kapsulny sounds much better.
Capsule hotel. And what is a shed?
Sarai?
A shed, what is it?
Sarai.
Sarai.
Was Lilia's word, yes.
Yeah, I also thought, but I thought that
it's not accommodation, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, it can be used for accommodation.
Like this.
For staying for the night.
Barn then.
So, Longman says an example, a cattle shed.
Cattle shed.
A tool shed. Sarai. No?
Cattle and another word.
A tool shed.
Tool shed.
And I like the fact that when Maria said that we can find it somewhere luxurious or maybe on the Maldives, and Lilia said it's a shed.
Yeah.
Okay, if we speak about Maldives, it should be bungalow.
Yes, but it was like a joke. It's
I
like
see. I see.
for luxurious animals, I guess. Okay, thank you very much. We are going to share our findings. Again, I'm sharing my screen, Quizlet, and I will share the link. Don't worry about this, just demonstrate. I've prepared different types of accommodation. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And let's do it. Let's work again 3 by 3. When I say a name, please read this definition and try to guess. If you don't know, the others are welcome to participate. Okay?
And sorry, when we'll be in our groups, we won't see your screen.
Yeah.
We have to use the link.
now I will name you. Now it's for all of us. And I will name you the way you were in the group, okay? Just don't worry. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Good. So first of all, Lilia Ribashapka, can you please read the definition and try to guess what is the word? You should see Quizlet. Can you see it? It's on my screen. Can you see it?
Yeah, we can see. Where is Lilia?
So it's a
Lilia
card
is
from the Quizlet, right?
Yes. So Lilia cannot hear us maybe. Maria, can you please read the definition?
You mean aloud?
Yes, please, aloud.
Okay,
Yes.
a dwelling with no shared wall designed to be used by one household.
Good.
You know, a cottage.
No.
A detached
Villa?
house.
Is it a villa?
Yeah, a detached
Mansion.
house. Yes, detached house. And can you, Maria,
Not
can you
so
read it?
fast. Detached house, right?
A detached house or a single family house. It is also called a single family house. It's more elevated, sophisticated. It's nice to use it. So Alena, can you read this definition?
A type of house what is divided into two parts so that it has two separate homes in it. I think it's
detached.
Like something like this, but sometimes it's
duplex, yeah.
Duplex. Semi-detached house and a duplex. Yeah. And do you know any other words with semi? Semi what?
Semi-dry.
Semi-controlled practice.
Semi-final.
Grammar practice.
In football.
Yes.
Say it again.
Yes, I know.
Semi-final in football.
Yeah, semi-final football. Marina,
Is
Maria,
it semi-final, not half-final?
Semicircle.
Semicircle, yes. And also Palusharia in our brain.
A semisphere.
Yes, so that's great. Okay, let's just
What
continue.
about semi-dry wine?
Probably yes.
Yeah.
I haven't heard, but if you say so.
Semi.
I have seen that in menu. I saw that yesterday in menu. That's why I'm asking. Is it okay? Semi-dry?
Yeah, it's a semi-sweet, semi-sweet.
Yeah, it's okay.
Semi-dry, good. So remember this. And Ekaterina, can you read this definition?
Yeah, it's American word, a house in a group of houses that share one or more walls. Are they detached houses?
Can be.
No. Detached are different. Terraced houses. Yeah, terraced houses.
That's very nice. That's true. And also it's a
townhouse.
Townhouse,
yeah.
And I can add, as you say, a terrace, right?
Yeah, terraced house.
Wait a second. Terrace or terraced?
No,
terraced. Terraced.
Like this. Yes?
Yeah, a terraced house.
Thank you.
I think it's more British, so probably we could, just
specify. A terrace house, that's British.
Okay.
I guess.
I will change it a little bit. So, Lilia Shamasova, can you read this one?
Typically a small flat which combines a living room, bedroom, and kitchen in one unit with a bathroom and sometimes a separate kitchen.
Come on, guys, is it a small flat?
Is it a studio?
You're on the right track, so please read it aloud, Lilia.
A studio flat, a bed seat. Yes. Bed seat.
Quite popular word in America, especially a bed seat. I hadn't known this fact before I started preparing. And I have a question. In England, what do we say for kvartira?
Apartment.
A flat.
A flat.
A flat in England and apartment in America.
Yes. And what about Australia? It's neither flat nor apartment. And we have this word here in this definition.
A unit.
Yes. A unit.
Wow.
I was like, okay. And I open it to me. Okay, next one. Nora, can you read this definition?
A house that is all on ground level. Ground house?
No. You will be, yes, it can be ground house, but you will be surprised.
It's a cottage.
A cottage.
No. It is a
country. Oh,
bungalow.
Bungalow,
Yes. I found out that yes, in Russian we say bungalow, and we imagine a sandy beach and like luxurious hotels, but in English they mostly use it as a one-story house. Yes, they call it a bungalow. And
excuse me, and can we use a bungalow still for sand beaches?
Yes, we can. Yes, but this is more, how to say, more common usage. Right? Any questions?
And can we call it a cottage house? I don't know. Country house?
Yeah, can we call it country house?
Of course, of course. It's just.
Oh, okay. It's the same.
Yeah, you can say it like this as well. So, Eleonora, now it's your time.
A small simple thing usually consisting of one group. I would call it a bungalow, but I have already heard the word. It's an igloo.
No, igloo
Is it a shed?
Shed or
not a shed.
Hut or
It's a
something?
hut.
It's
Hut.
hut.
Yeah.
Hut. Yes, hut. Okay, Marina, read this definition.
An apartment located on the top floor of a building. It must be. Oh my God, I forgot. I know, but not apartment. То, что
Penthouse.
Penthouse, yeah, a penthouse.
Yes, a penthouse. Okay, and Julia, this definition.
A vehicle that has cooking equipment and beds in it.
A caravan.
Yeah, caravan, right?
Or Julia.
Camper.
Camper.
Trailer.
No. It was a camper trailer. It's my mistake. I will correct
okay.
it. And
Camper, trailer, caravan.
Caravan, right? Because again, when I opened several sites, they refer to all of these words. They seem to be synonyms. Lilia Ribashapka, read this one.
Military housing. Great.
Oh my God.
Like a dormitory.
So it is.
Barracks.
Yes, and plural, pay attention, because firstly
Barracks.
Yes, barracks. Barracks.
Казарма?
Yes, Barack Obama helps us. Yeah, George Bush helped my students to remember Kust and Obama. Okay, Maria, this is for you. You know it?
Protection by government for the people who have escaped from fighting or political trouble in their own country. Asylum.
Yes, good. An asylum. Okay, Alena. Are you with us? Alena, can you hear us? If
A
not,
small
so
house, especially one built of wood and an area of forest or mountains. It's a cottage.
No, it's not a cottage because it's usually a smaller unit housing, and I guess all the facilities can be seen from the window. It is a.
Is it dacha?
When they go hiking in America, they
Chalet, then that Maria mentioned.
No. Chalet is different. It's a French. It's expensive. It's a cabin.
Yeah.
Log cabin.
Log cabin, or mostly it can be referred as only a cabin. But when I typed cabin, it gave me like a crew cabin flight. Okay, Katerina.
Oh, it's a castle, like building, formerly occupied by a ruler, fortified against attack.
Yeah, wonderful castle. Yeah, Grave Dracula. Lilia Shamasova.
Religious communities where nuns live and work. Monastery.
Or
nunnery.
A convent.
A convent, that's for nuns, and
it's
it
for
might be a
women.
monastery for monks, right?
Yes. Because this housing accommodation is for women only, female house. Let's call it like this. So okay. Next one is Nora. It's for you.
A large bedroom for a number of people in a school or institution. Hostel.
No, it's for students.
Dormitory.
Yeah.
Bedroom.
Dormitory.
Dormitory.
Dormitory. Dormir means sleep. It's from Latin, and in Spain, dormir means sleep. Dormitory.
Same in French.
Do you remember in Pushkin «Я не могу dormir в потемках»? Капитан Дубровский. It's from French, exactly. «Я не могу dormir в потемках».
It's from Latin. Yeah, originally it's from Latin, and that's why it's kind of the same. Okay, it's Eleonora. It's your turn.
Large stately house. So is it? It's definitely not особняк. Yes, in Russian.
Residence.
Residence. Mansion.
Yes. It's a
Mansion.
French word.
Oh, really?
Like mansion, maison. They are very simple. Similar.
Is it some kind of особняк?
Особняк, усадьба. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
What about villa? Villa can be outside or out of the city, right?
Marina, can you read the definition?
A big house in the country with a large garden. Mentioned an ancient Roman house with land surrounded it.
That's his villa.
Villa? No.
Yes, a villa.
A
Yes, this
villa.
villa,
Mhm.
yeah. And the
La
Mediterranean
villa.
Sea.
La
After the word
villa.
Roma.
A villa.
And
Villa.
Julia, for you?
Sorry, who?
Julia.
Okay.
Okay.
A buildings occupied by a community of monks living under religious vows.
Building
Monks
or
is the
building?
key word
Monastery.
here.
Monastery.
Yes. Monastery. Okay. So Lilia Ribashapka.
System of ownership of individual units in a multi-unit structure combined with joint ownership of common areas. Block flats.
No, yeah, in America, yeah, it's like in
Combo.
England. Yes, that's a. Okay,
Condominium.
Condominium.
And what's the difference between
Oh,
a
fish.
condo and a block of flats?
A block of
Oh,
flats
huge
is-
difference. Price, first of all.
Yeah, and so a block of flats, it's многоэтажка, just like this. Or a tower house, we will see it a bit later. And a condo, it's like Miami, San Francisco, California. You have to pay a lot for the utilities, as far as I'm concerned. And it's not very easy to sell this house. You've got to, for example, if you want to sell it, you need to ask for permission of other flat owners, something like this. It's a community, it's very important.
But excuse me, it seems that the picture is about block of flats.
Because Quizlet doesn't have condo picture.
Right, but for example, if Moscow, it might be some kind of Zолотые ключи or any kind of this recently built places.
Yeah, it's when you have a swimming pool in the neighborhood and you can use it. You're like you have the access to these facilities. Sometimes the pictures are misleading because Quizlet doesn't offer a lot. Okay, it was now it's guys.
Palace.
Is it Buckingham Palace?
Yeah, Buckingham, it's a palace. And let's start with Maria. Let's continue.
Tower. Okay. No, I don't remember this word.
A lighthouse.
A lighthouse.
Lighthouse.
Right.
Or something with a bacon, not a bacon, but it's a beacon as well. But I always remember as bacon, if we omit E, we have bacon food on our plate. So a lighthouse or a beacon. Okay, Alena?
A small building, platform or shelter built among the branches of the tree. I would say the tree house or, tree house.
It's a tree house, yes. Ekaterina?
A house on it. Okay, it's a boat house.
Boat house, yes. The river scene in Paris, expensive boat
Boat
houses.
house or a houseboat?
What? Eleonora, can you repeat?
Yeah, a boat house or a houseboat.
No, it's a boat
It's a
house.
boat house. It's a boat house.
Can you show the picture again, please?
Yes, but again, it's
Yeah, I once watched a video about a man living. It's quite comfortable inside, and the only disadvantage he mentioned, it's in London. He says, I can't have a garden.
But you have a bond.
Yeah, and inside there's a video. If you want, I can share. It's it's a kind of educational video. With a man living. Yeah, it's about accommodation in London. Yeah, and one of them is
Right, but he could have garden if he had some plants.
Water plants.
Water plants, yeah, around him, like orchideas or
So
whatever.
it's different.
So
because it's aqua garden.
As for Paris, there are lots of boat houses, quite expensive. Pierre Richard lived in one of them, and maybe he still owns it. So it's probably a luxurious type of accommodation. So Lilia Shamasova.
A small house on wheels designed so that the owner can transport it to a rented space in a mobile home community. Wow.
It's not a caravan, no.
Yeah, I forgot.
It's popular in America for...
Yeah, very trailer or a mobile home.
Yes,
Mobile
like
home.
Yes, mobile home.
Oh, that's easy. A mobile home. Let's have a mobile home.
Nora, it's for you. This one is for you.
A building with 50 or more stories. Skyscrapers.
Yeah, quite easy. Eleonora.
You often used disapprovingly a very tall residential building.
High rise?
It can be high-rise, it's American
A
way.
tower.
A block of flats or a, who said tower?
Tower? A
Tower
tower.
block.
A tower block.
Yeah.
Tower block, yes. And one Longman told me that it is used mostly disapprovingly, but I'm not sure about this. And one nice site about a lot of accommodations mentioned that it's a residential building, not for office, to rent offices, but residential buildings. And the last one is for you, Leah.
A tall building divided into flats or offices.
We have discussed it.
Yeah, block of flats.
A high rise. In America,
high
it's
rise.
a high rise building.
Excuse me, what is it? A high-rise building? Can you read once again?
Lots of floors or stories.
So
High-rise.
both for living and for work, yeah?
Yes.
What's the difference with skyscraper?
Skyscraper has more than 50 or more than 50 floors. That's the difference. But
And the block of flats?
a block of flats around 10. It can be Khrushchevka. A block of flats, why not?
I guess a block of flats is something very, very
General
not
word, yeah.
expensive. Not expensive. It's like ordinary block of flats, like our district in Moscow.
So the thing is, we have revised all of them and we have collected all of them in one place. And you can investigate what's the difference, because it's quite interesting. And can you tell me some of your new words? Maybe you have revised some words. What about Lilia Ribashapka? What new word did you catch?
Well, half of them. Half of them. I would understand them definitely if I've encountered them. If I encounter them somewhere.
Maria,
But-
what about you? Prepare your word.
To be honest, I know all of these words, but I just don't remember. I mean, if I see them, I will recognize them.
Ah, girls, that's a little bit different. Hugh Deller yesterday told us what does it mean to know words, and Eleonora was so nice that she made notes about it. Have a look.
Yeah, I mean, I know what it means to know a word according to Hugh Deller, but I mean, that's like these words are not new to me, right?
Okay.
I've seen them before and like they are in my passive memory.
Okay, so no new words for you. Great.
So, okay, and if you don't mind, let's just spend probably 15 seconds. Can you read one accommodation in the chat, which was new for you, brand new, or maybe you haven't used it for a while? Just one word.
So we go to the chat, right?
Yes, we go to
And
the
so
chat.
shall we write or not?
Yes, right on the one
it
word.
was written. Oh, it has been written already. Great.
And we should write what we didn't know, right?
Just one word, one new word. Lilia wrote condo, so she said an example for us. An asylum. Good. A lighthouse, a beacon. Alona, yes. High-rise building. Nora, a shed. Marina. Lilia, a nunnery. Eleonora, an asylum. Again, an asylum, like rocks today. A nunnery again, a nunnery. That's it. Good. So thank you very much. Any other? No. So let me show you one more picture. This time. Okay, just 1 second. How can I share? Get used to do it faster. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
You can see a house, and what type of accommodation is it? I live in this house. This picture, I mean.
Is it your
is it your
cottage?
Oh, cottage, okay. Any other ideas?
Mansion. Mansion in Zavidovo.
No.
Countryside house.
What house, Alena?
Countryside.
Semi?
No, it's not semi-detached.
A townhouse. Townhouse.
No, townhouse. It consists of 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 built
Stately
together.
house.
No, stately house. It's a mansion. Now I don't live in a mansion.
Yet.
So
Is it a villa?
Villa. No, you know, in Zhukovka, it will be called villa, I'm sure.
So,
Maybe not in Italy, but in Zhukovka, it will be villa.
It is called a semi-detached house. I live in one part of it. These two windows are mine, my family's, I mean, and we share one wall with the other family, with the other.
And where is it situated?
Good. So, by the way, pay attention to the questions because I'm going to answer all of the questions regarding my accommodation, and then you're going to do, all of you, but you will be timed. And it is located maybe 10 kilometers from the city center near Rostov. It is not in Rostov, it is near Rostov. It's like a residential area. Поселок. It's in Russian called поселок, but it's a residential area.
Isn't it a settlement?
Yes, it can be settlement, development.
Yeah.
It can be also development as well. So, and any other questions? What would you like to know about my accommodation?
How long have you been living there?
I have been living here for more than 2 years.
Have you bought it with decoration, with all, how do we call it in English?
No, we bought it empty, and then my brother did it up. He's a builder and he did everything on his own. Okay, any other questions?
Do you have good access to any cultural and public amenities?
No, because you've got to have a car, actually. Yeah, there is a bus near this, and it is not typical for Russia at all. It is devised like in Canada, in America, and people the company who built all these houses, they had bought this building plan in Canada. So it's
so what is so special in your settlement if we compare with Moscow suburbs? Like
it's the same, but I don't live in Moscow. I live in Rostov. It's near Rostov, and in such, let's say, regions, there are not so many settlements like this because it is.
How much it can be? Is it very expensive?
How much it can be? One house can cost up to 3 million, 5, 6. It depends on the size.
Up to 3, right?
Yeah.
Starting
the
from
lowest
3 million.
price. Yes.
Natalie, so that is why you work only online, because it's difficult to find a job near.
No, it is not difficult because the city center. I used to live in Rostov, but it takes me less time from the place where I'm living now to get to the city center than I used to live in the uptown of Rostov.
Oh, really?
Yes, it works like this. So you have asked me all the questions. Where is it located? Maybe how many floors? And you can see there are 2 floors. Now you will be given 45 seconds each. It's like CEA exam, and you need to present your own accommodation. Okay? So don't worry. You can say whatever you want, but if you structure your little talk, it would be fantastic. So I stop sharing my
but
screen.
what about the picture? If I don't have a picture, how can I impress you?
No, just speak. No, you don't need to impress me. I'm already impressed. So, do we have any volunteers? I go first. I have 45 seconds, and I'm going to summarize everything again. Please take some notes, okay? Just observe my language. If you notice any mistakes, please write them down. So.
Can we record it?
What for?
Just listen and take some notes.
Just listen.
Okay, so 45 seconds starts now. So I live near Rostov, which is the biggest southern city. And I live in a semi-detached house in a newly built settlement, which is located 10 kilometers from Rostov. So I have been living in this place for 2 years. There is some land surrounding the house, and my mom has planted more than 30 plants, bushes, and fir trees. We don't have any swimming pools, anything like this, but our neighbors, they have facilities such as trampoline for children, swimming pools, and that's it. 45 seconds is out. You see that it's too small, and you need to tell.
It's just a long.
Yes, it's enough. 45
very informative, right?
Yes. Who wants to go first?
And are you going to time us?
Yes, 45 seconds for each. No exception. No volunteers.
I can be volunteer if you don't mind.
Please, Nora starts, and ready, steady, go.
Okay, ladies, let me invite you to my ordinary Moscow one-bedroom flat. It is situated in the southwest of Moscow. It is surrounded by beautiful parks and a lot of greenery there is around the house. Actually, there is very little free space because it's an old kind of house. And it's not actually a house, it's a block of flats again. So there is a kitchen, there is a bedroom, there is another room where you can sleep and have English class online. Well, the furniture is very average and everything needs redecoration.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, and what the next participant, the next student is...
what about comments and mistakes, if you have any?
No, we will not.
Not yet, okay.
Has anyone caught any mistakes?
We didn't pay attention if they were.
We
were so interested.
Be my guest.
Nora has already invited us, so I was thinking about how to get there.
It's very easily. It's 10 minutes from Metro Kankova by foot. It's very easy.
Okay, I was particularly interested in what parks.
Теплый стан,
Oh my God, yeah.
And there is a lake, there are ducks, there are squirrels, fresh air, and nice coffee. A shed with hot coffee.
Oh, we're neighbors, Nora. I live near Kalushskaya, or between Kalushskaya and Belaya.
Great, let's meet, let's get together and discuss $1.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, let's have get-together event, ladies. Today is a holiday anyway, in Moscow. I don't know about your places.
Okay, it's quite difficult to join you.
As for my takeaway, I liked the very first welcome to my house. It was a nice beginning, and who is going to be next, you can use. So take notes while the others are speaking, take notes and write 2-3 words which you can incorporate in your speech. Okay, so let's not just listen, but be more active. Who is going to be next?
Can.
Who? Lilia? Yes, please.
I
start.
can.
Yes, please start.
Okay, I live not far from the downtown in Kiev. I live in a high-rise building on the 20th floor. I have a marvelous view on the Dnipro River and the bridges over it. I also live near the Telbin Lake, which is a wonderful place to jog around and to walk my dog while revising few words on Quizlet. And well, the flat is pretty huge, but I hate it because I have to clean it.
We can help with it. I'm ready to help clean it. I love Kiev.
Good. So high-rise flat is amazing. Who is going to be next? Alona. Alona is going to be next.
Sounds good, guys.
Yes. So
actually, for the last few years, I lived in condominium in downtown of Toronto, but then I decided to change my life, and one of my parents' apartment, and actually it's near Moscow, like 50 kilometers. And I live in two-bedroom apartment, and I have a deep forest here in the lake. It's very peaceful, and well, it's kind of modern, but at the same time, we're still working on some questions like, should we stay here or move to another place or buy something else abroad? So it's very cozy and peaceful, and a lot of birds and animals here. Welcome.
Where is it? Where is it? Is it in Moscow?
Moscow, near Moscow.
Great, stay, don't leave, don't leave. That's a nice place to be.
Yes, thank you. And Ekaterina, where does Alona live?
She lives near Moscow. She used to live in a condominium. That impressed me. In Toronto.
That's what I heard as well.
Yeah, but yeah, now it's just a block of flats, I think, right? Yeah, it's a block of flats. Yeah.
So Ekaterina, you are next, please.
Okay. So I live in Vologda, and I live in a block of flats as well. It's the first floor, if we count the ground floor. It's a 2-bedroom apartment. With my family, we've been living here for about 20 years already. Yes, it's one of the residential areas in my city. It takes me about 20 or 30 minutes to get to the city center, and there are not lots of, but it's a kind of distant place from the city. That's why we have a couple of parks around with a small lake, and there's an opportunity to go cycling, walking the dog.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good. So, Marina, where does
Okay,
Ekaterina live?
in Moscow, I live in a
Wait,
typical.
Marina, wait a second. Wait a second.
About me first.
Yes.
Yes.
Report.
Report.
Ekaterina's talk.
Report. Ekaterina lives in Vologda. Okay, Ekaterina lives in Vologda in typical block apartments, two bedrooms flat with her family. And it impressed me most that she has a good opportunity for bike ride. That's all.
No, there is a lake and she can walk her dog
There's no
around.
lake, we don't have a dog, but there's an opportunity for people.
Yes, okay.
So, Marina, and now introduce your story.
Oh, my story. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't quite attentive while listening to Ekaterina. I've just heard about bike opportunities, and it made me crazy about it. Yeah, I live in the south of Moscow in a typical 3-bedroom flat where we used to live with my whole family, but now my daughter lives separately. And the priority of my apartments, it's very close to the underground station. It's just within a 1 minute walk distance, and it's very good. There I also have live close to the very nice and beautiful park with palaces like Tsaritsina. Tsaritsina, yeah, it's one. Yes, it's 1 metro step from my flat, but I have already.
Yes, thank you very much, Julia. Where does Marina live?
She lives in the south of Moscow in three bedroom flat. But it was for the whole family. But now her daughter lives separately. That's it.
How can
and
we...
not far from Tsaritsina Park, and walking distance to the underground.
1 minute, it's fantastic, Marina. Lucky you are.
Yes, that's it.
How can we change priority? You said that the priority is that it's not far from the metro station. What can we say instead of priority? Advantage. Yes.
Advantage.
Upside,
Yeah.
advantage.
Thank you.
And as you can see, there are some participants, namely Julia, Eleonora, Lilia, Maria. You will perform next time, okay? And that's why you have an advantage to be there. And again, 45 seconds.
45 minutes or seconds again.
Yes.
Minutes, yeah.
Yes, sometimes it's useful. I find it useful to be able to structure my thoughts and to speak within some time limit. It's this skill is underestimated skill sometimes, and I'd like to get some feedback from people who have performed. Was it difficult or easy? What was the difficult thing for you?
Yes, when you realize it's an exam and you need to show variety of vocabulary, better advanced and advanced grammar structures, you start thinking where to introduce them. And talking about a house where we mostly use I live and there is, there are, so it's difficult to incorporate them. That's a problem.
Excuse me, on the one hand, it's very expensive. On the other hand, if you compare with the same attached building in New York, it looks pretty expensive. Isn't it okay for advanced level, or it's too unclear structured?
Yeah, or you can say, like, if I were to choose, I would, move to another place.
Okay, so anyway,
I think it's possible to incorporate more advanced grammar.
It's possible.
But as for vocabulary, I guess we've just started this unit where we are going to learn something new. So
Yes,
Might be
yes.
pretty basic now, but I hope we will learn something,
And
something new.
yes, yes. We are going to learn a lot of new verbs from different sites, and 45 seconds is, we're not preparing for any exams, but 45 seconds, it's when another person, partner, loses his or her concentration, his or her interest. That's why we have it like 1 minute approximately to introduce, okay? And again, be active. It's very difficult not just to listen, but to write, but we have to develop this skill as well, okay? So, and let's continue, because just 1 second. Now I'm going to divide you into, again, 3 groups. And today I'm not going mix participants, just the same, because you got used to each other. Your task is to prepare a list of the items you use in your household, okay? But you will have different rooms. So wait a second, can I start the same? I have a question. Can I start the same rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will be
They will be the same.
divided
So
automatically. Yeah.
the first group, which is Lilia, Maria, and Alena, bathroom. You've got to come up with a list of different bathroom things, and you need to describe. Don't make it as a riddle. No, just describe what you use and try to. Your goal is to find things which you use uniquely. I mean, you use it, but the other people don't use it. Okay. If you have a walk-in shower, it's something unique.
What if you don't have such unique?
It doesn't matter.
Just
but
come up with the list, girls.
Yes, yes. Try to investigate. So the first one is bathroom. The second team, it's Ekaterina, Lilia Shamasova, Nora, it's kitchen. And for the third team C, Eleonora, Marina, Yulia, this is for hall. You can take hall and living room, the other.
Okay,
Or
great.
you can, yes, okay. So let me start session. Okay.
Actually, it's super clean and organized.
Wow. Good for you.
Thank you. I have a white bath rug and shower mat and wash clothes there, hand towel and bath towels. I have window curtains on valances.
So what? What?
Window curtains or valances. Valance?
I don't know. How do you spell it?
VALANCES.
I've never heard.
Yeah, I've never heard this word before.
It's like
Okay,
shutters.
good to know.
No? Shutters or not? What is it? Valances? I have never heard it like. Alena, how can you translate it?
Ну, шторка, занавеска в ванной.
Okay.
Okay. How about a basing? Yeah, I guess everybody has.
For
Is it called?
dirty clothes? For dirty clothes, you mean?
No, I mean like where you can, like a wash basin.
No, it's not a sink, right? Or basin. Sink or basin?
Yeah, but I guess it's a basin. Basin. Not basin.
Sink in the kitchen.
Or a sink, a basin, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I do have actually. It's big one, and then I have on the bottom I have like a bath closet or bath cabinet on the bottom, and then on top of the basin I have a big mirror.
Me too. A mirror with a shelf. Right?
No shelf.
No, I have a shelf.
like you.
Yeah, that's where I can put all my creams and other cosmetics stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't know. Oh, well, how about a basket for dirty clothes?
I tried to keep it organized, and I don't have them actually. I do laundry like once or twice, and I keep them like everything is clean now.
Hmm.
I try to keep clean and organized. I don't like dirty clothes, and if I need to do laundry, I will do it right away.
Mm-hmm.
Let me interrupt you,
Okay.
if you mind. I have a question. How can we agree in another way? How can we say «я тоже»?
Me too. Me
Me
neither.
too. Yes. What about grammar?
What do you mean? So have I. So
yes,
do
yes,
I.
Yes. Try to use it.
Neither have I.
Yes, yeah. I know that you know it. Just try to use it, because we usually use me too. Yeah, like.
Yeah, but like me too and me neither, they're just more informal and more.
Yes. But you can use it as well. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. How about a washing machine? I have mine in the bathroom.
Doesn't have it.
They write it on the box usually.
Okay, let's find
Безмен. Let's find безмен. That will be great.
Where steel yard where?
Steel yard, spring balance.
And Russian balance.
Because it's a steel, a spring.
Can you spell it, please?
Oh no, Roman balance.
Spring is like a spring, and balance.
Spring balance.
Mm-hmm. Oh, steel yard. I also have it here.
Roman
balance.
Nobody
Roman balance. Yeah, like this one.
Which one you like?
Roman balance.
Roman balance. Yes, I like it better. I guess nobody guessed what is it. Let's use the word, okay?
What else?
Balance. Right. We have
some kind of furniture. We have
tableware. We have tableware, mugs, samovar. Do we have samovar?
Built-in furniture.
I can't say that built-in. I think it should be on one level with the wall.
It might be closet.
We have cupboards.
Cupboards or closet.
But if it's встроено, it's built in or fit in.
Yes, fit in, built in.
It's fit in appliances.
It's when. Oh, okay. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Or fridge.
Yeah.
We have usually many people have it. Fridge and freezer. Is it called freezer?
Freezer. Yeah.
Inside the fridge.
But yeah, in some people, yeah. Do you have it as a separate unit? No.
Yes, I have fridge and freezer.
Separately.
Right. I have a radio, by the way.
Wow, that's a unique thing, I guess.
And musical center and Wi-Fi.
Oh, Wi-Fi.
Air conditioner, AC. We can say AC and air cleaner. Do we call it очиститель воздуха? Air cleaner?
How does it work? What does it look like?
Вытяжка.
Вытяжка.
Yes, it's over the oven.
Yeah. Now I see.
Вытяжка. I would say it's like air cleaner. And
they were my homes, right? They were Yalta or they were Kiev, where my parents live, right? Actually, this is my first experience to be a real freelance traveler.
That's cool. Is internet connection cheap there or not?
I've shared they say that it is expensive, but I found places with Wi-Fi provided. Yeah. So I don't pay for Wi-Fi, and I was quite nervous yesterday because I didn't know how is it going to be, but now I think it's quite okay.
Okay for working.
Yeah.
Is it warm?
Oh, girls, 25.
So it's not high season right now.
Not high seasons, right? And I think I don't like cities in high seasons, right? 25 degrees, and some people were swimming. Some of them,
Oh,
not all
okay.
of them. I didn't try because I still have some need to time to just to get used to
To climb
everything.
it.
Climate.
Actually, it was my just first 9 here.
Okay.
First
Lucky
9.
you. I want you to give more
Okay.
information.